TGIF, everybody. It is Friday, March 31st, the very last day of the month. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day. Woohoo! Okay, so since it's Friday, we're having leftovers because, you know, like you didn't see, there was a ton of leftovers from the Bake Ziti last night. So what I thought I'd show you, I was going to make a special treat for everybody for dinner tonight. Since it's Friday, we're going to have some dessert, and I'm going to make one of a family favorite, something my grandmother used to make all the time, and it's called Wacky Cake. Wacky Cake's also known as depression cake because there's no eggs in it, there's no milk. It's really pretty basic. So what we're going to do here is that I don't sift stuff. So we're going to start with, I need 1.5 cups of flour. So I'm going to carefully scoop my flour and then level it off. So we got 1.5 cups. You don't want to just take your measuring cup and stuff it in there because you're going to compact it and you'll get too much. You know, there are times when I actually am measuring, or I'm weighing as opposed to measuring, because baking is more of an exact science. So we'll put the lid on that, and I need 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to grab this, and now we can just go in our bin there. So we got 1 cup of sugar, so that goes right in there. Cover the sugar up. You can see these are my containers for my sugar and my flour. I buy the Oh My God size at Costco or BJ's, wherever I happen to be shopping at. Okay, so we've got the flour. So it was 1.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar. I have 1/4 cup of cocoa that I was a generous 1/4 cup, because you can never have too much chocolate. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Let's see. Okay, stop being chunky. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so that's all my dry ingredients. So what I'm going to do, instead of sifting this all together, I'm just going to whisk it all up. Okay, and then I'm just going to put it right here in my 8x8 baking sheet. Okay, but still need to sift that around a little bit. Oh. Okay, so we've got everything right in here. You could also sift right into your baking sheet. Okay, now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. This came right out of my laundry room because I use this as a fabric softener. So we put that in there. You need the acid from the vinegar to work with the baking soda as a leavening agent. So that's what's going on there. So we needed that. We need 1/3 cup of salad oil. I'm going to put that right in there. 1 cup of cold water. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. That is all of the ingredients for a Wacky Cake. So I'm going to whisk this together till it's nice and smooth with no lumps. And then I preheated my oven to 350. And all I have to do is bake this for 20 to 25 minutes. And you will have a moist and delicious cake. When my boys were little, I used to make this before they would come home from school, so that they would have this nice treat when they got home, because I always like to have a nice homemade treat for them when they got home from school. So there you go. That's Wacky Cake, folks. So I will put the recipe, I'll type the recipe out. And I hope you'll try it. You can either serve it, I don't ice this cake. I usually just put some whipped cream on top. You could also sprinkle it, my grandmother always used to sprinkle it with what she called 10X sugar, which is just powdered sugar, or confectioner's sugar. So that's all there is to it. I'm gonna, before I put this in the oven, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit so I don't have baked on stuff on my handles, and that's it. So I hope you try it. I hope you have a terrific weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Night. Bye.